If you're planning to move to Portugal but can't find the right city, don't worry, I got you. Here are 10 cities in Portugal to live in that are not Lisbon or Porto. Gizmo, can you come here? If you really want to live in Lisbon but don't want to spend a lot of money, the first city is for you, and that is Setúbal. Setúbal is conveniently located across the bridge after Almada, but it's actually super close to Lisbon. The city of Setúbal is a fairly big one, with 120,000 people living in there. Setúbal is located on the coast and has several beaches to choose from, but also Setúbal is really close to the Troia Peninsula. You can literally take a boat and go to Troia for the weekend or just for a day. The cost of living in Setúbal is generally lower than in Lisbon, well, because Lisbon is the capital and everybody wants to live here, but Setúbal is a great option as well. Also, the closest airport would be Lisbon, and it's literally like 30-40 minutes by car. Setúbal has many things to offer, including historical attractions, some markets, a beautiful waterfront, and much more. But if you're not into coastal life and beach kind of thing, but you still want to live next to Lisbon, Sintra. Sintra is just gorgeous. First of all, you have castles there, which are UNESCO World Heritage, but also you have a lot of greenery, some hills, mountains, you can go hiking, you can go for a walk, you can visit those castles. Sintra is just gorgeous. Especially if you like rainy weather, if you like gloomy weather, Sintra is honestly a fairy tale. But don't think that Sintra is just the castles and the greenery. You also have access to different beaches, it's like super close. Sintra would be a little bit more expensive than Setúbal, for example, but definitely cheaper than Lisbon. Sintra gets a lot of tourists, however, you can still find affordable options there. If you're looking into northern Portugal, maybe Porto, but again, it's super expensive for you, the next city would be perfect. And it is Braga. Braga is around 200,000 people, so it's a fairly big city if we're talking about Portugal. You have some beaches there as well, but bear in mind that it's north, so it's not gonna be like super hot. Like this summer, for example, when in Lisbon it was like 30 something, up north would be like 25, maybe 27, something like that. I mean, it's still hot, but it's not like 35 like in Lisbon. Again, you have many things to do near Braga. Braga is known for its historic architecture, including the infamous sanctuary. Braga has definitely a youthful vibe due to amount of students in the city, and also it has a reasonable cost of living compared to big city. Another option near Porto would be Guimarães. Guimarães is around 160,000 people. Again, super affordable, super beautiful. However, if you wanna be close to beaches, Guimarães is not a place to be because it is inland and you will need to drive to get to the beaches. However, the city is really beautiful, the architecture is stunning. You have many cool things to explore, such as the Guimarães Castle or the Palace of the Duke of Braganza or even Largo da Oliveira. The closest airport would be Porto, same as for Braga, because those cities are literally super close to Porto. But if you wanna live south, you wanna plus 40 Celsius, like hot weather, warm ocean kinda compared to the rest of Portugal, Faro. Faro is the place to be. Cities in the south are smaller compared to Lisbon, compared to Porto. Faro is just 118,000 people living there. However, it's still a big city to live in. And if you move into Portugal because of the beaches, Faro. Like, there are beaches everywhere, literally. There is a Faro airport located conveniently in the city. When we were there, like literally this spring, we would see planes come in and leave in, like it's literally in the city. It also can be a concern if you want to live in a quiet neighborhood, quiet space, then maybe Faro is not for you. Because, for example, I live in Lisbon and I can hear every single plane. Some people, they're like, I'm not sure what they're talking about, like I can't hear them. It's been 2 years, I can still hear all the noise. So if you're sensitive to noise, maybe major cities like Porto, Lisbon, Faro are not for you because the connection, crazy. Southern cities have a more relaxed vibe, obviously, because there is ocean, there is beach. I mean, it's gonna be definitely slower than living in major cities, central or northern Portugal. Another option we have is Portimao, and Portimao is just a lovely tiny city in the south of Portugal. It is just 55,000 people, but I mean, if you're looking for that quiet beach life, Portimao is amazing. Again, you have many beaches, you have Fort of Santa Catarina, you have the Portimao Museum, so if you're concerned that you're gonna live in a small city and there's nothing to do in there are things to do. But also, if you get a car, you can drive to the next city, because we went there and would literally drive to every single city, like explore things, because if you stay in one city for a long time, like chances are you're gonna like see everything it has quite fast. So getting a car might be a solution to that. And of course, both Portimao and Faro are more accessible, more affordable to general public. But be careful, because those are tourist destinations, I would say, and during the summer, like if you move in during the summer, the prices can be really high. If you're not interested in traveling from Portugal, you don't care about the airports, here are two more options for you. First of all, we have beautiful city of Évora. It is also a small city with 56,000 people living in there, but it's really cool. It has all this medieval architecture. If you're into that stuff, Évora, amazing. Since Évora is inland, you will need to drive to the beach. And for Évora, Lisbon would be the closest airport, which is... I don't remember. Which is 1 hour and 30 minutes away with tolls. Without tolls, it's 2 hours. So if you don't care about airport, you're okay with driving 2 hours to like fly somewhere, Évora is a charming small city, and if you're into all this medieval old stuff, you will definitely love it. And another cool city is Coimbra. Coimbra is a bigger city with 140,000 people living in there. Coimbra is known for its university. It's a really popular destination for students. Again, it's located inland, so if you want to be by the beach, Coimbra is not the place to be. Coimbra has definitely a historic and academic atmosphere due to the amount of students studying at the University of Coimbra. It also has those old medieval architecture. It's really pretty. Even if you choose not to live in Coimbra, just go there for a day, because it's beautiful. And if you are not into continent life and you want to live somewhere far away from people, first of all, Azores. Ponta Delgada, Furnas, like anywhere. The island of San Miguel is just gorgeous. Honestly, I've said that many times that I'm super hard to impress, but the Azores, I'm still impressed. Ponta Delgada is the largest city in the Azores, and it has the population of around 70,000 people. There are plenty of things to do near Ponta Delgada. I think if you plan to live on the island of San Miguel, you have to get a car, because when we were visiting, like, I cannot imagine being there without a car. Because if you want to go to the beach, you need a car. If you want to go see some things like, I don't know, the lakes, volcanoes kind of thing, hiking, you need a car. The city is really cute, really old. You have the airport located in the city, but also you have a lot of restaurants and cafes. The produce there is just amazing. It's like the freshest. Every single food that we've tried was just amazing, especially if you go to Furnas and you try the caldeiras. It's like it's the meat, the food they make in those, I don't even know, wells under the ground. I mean, honestly, write this down. If you ever in Azores, try the caldeiras. It's just phenomenal. And another interesting destination for people choosing not to live on the mainland is Funchal in Madeira. Funchal is around 110,000 people living there, so it's not like a tiny city. It's a fairly big one for Portugal. Madeira is known for the coastline and for the natural pools. You will not find traditional sandy beaches over there, because it's an island, you know. It's not like you go to, I don't know, Costa da Caparica here in Lisbon and it's like sand and ocean. No, those are like natural beaches, similar to Azores. You'll find like black sand and rocks and like those naturally formed pools. Just amazing. Living on Madeira, I think, is perfect for people who like outdoor stuff, or maybe who want to get into like farming or whatever, because I know a lot of people who live there, they do things like they make produce, they make beer, like they do many things, you know, but also they do like hiking and different kinds of sports. So I feel like the island life is perfect for people who are looking for that. But bear in mind that islands are different from the mainland, because the weather changes, like, you know, drastically. When we were in Azores, I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna take my raincoat because the weather tells me it's gonna drizzle. We went for a hike, I was soaking wet, like everything was wet. So if you're not into those like heavy rains, sunshine, kind of weather changes, maybe look at cities inland. And this is it for today. If you're moving to Portugal, let us know which city would you pick, or you picked already. I wish you all the best with your move and see you next week. Bye!